Next community conversation, we're joined by Daniel Kunkel and T. Ames, the directors of Live Arts Teen Summer Shows. They're both sitting down with Gabby.
Hey Aaron, y'all, I'm so excited to talk about these two shows, especially as a former theater kid. So I think this is just going to be a great community conversation.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. My first one is, and honestly, any of y'all can answer, but my first one is, I understand that Live Arts Summer Teen shows Young Frankenstein and Coriolanus are being presented in repertory. What was it like to direct two shows side by side? I imagine that's kind of difficult.
Yes, well, we have 15 actors, and they're both in both shows, or all in both shows. So it's been a little difficult because the first month or so was really just trying to split our time. And we have the normal amount of time that we'd have for one show, and now we have two. So it's been a little insane, but we got it done, and these kids are crazy talented.
Yeah, definitely figuring out how to manage expectations for everybody and for the cast, and how do we have conversations about like, hey, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed tonight. Can I pull it back a little bit here and there? And making them feel empowered was very important for both of us, and we've really gotten to a beautiful place with that.
Good, because a good part of theater is also instilling that confidence. You know what I mean? You can also you can memorize the lines as many times as you need to, but you need that confidence to really sell it. You know what I mean? So that's great. That's perfect. And you know, what do you find exciting about this pairing?
There's a lot of things about this pairing.
Yeah, I think what was really exciting, like when we initially started talking about it, was this idea of being able to discuss group mentality. And both of these shows feature mobs pretty heavily, one in a comedic sense more and one in a more dramatic sense. So talking about like, hey, what does it mean when a group of people come together and are frustrated by an issue and start talking as one group was really fun. But truly then just seeing like, okay, on the one hand, we've got Mel Brooks' insanely high comedy, and on the other side we've got this very, very serious drama, and seeing the kids switch between the two, and especially these last few weeks of getting into runs, it's just been so cool to go into rehearsal and see like, oh, that kid who in mine is very serious and this very, very grounded performance is just like doing cartwheels in Young Frankenstein. It's the most exciting thing for me to see.
And both shows really deal heavily with the idea of making of a monster, and what does it mean to be a monster, and what goes into that. And it's really cool to see how both storylines help to tell that, and watching the kids navigate both storylines when it comes to lines, having memorized two different shows, having to memorize choreography and their music as well. They're doing a lot, but both stories are so different that they're really having a great time telling both.
That duality is honestly so awesome. I'm giving them so much props. I mean, that's so hard to do something like that, honestly.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And you know, one of my other questions is, you know, and you kind of answered a couple of mine, but how long does this production run for?
We opened last week, and we've got our shows running through this weekend, and then we have our final weekend next weekend.
Perfect. Yeah. All right. And where can we get tickets and learn more?
Yeah, livearts.org, always a great place to see. It's right there on the landing page, and up in the left-hand corner you'll see tickets.
All right, perfect. Thank you guys so much for joining this community conversation. That's all we have for today, but you guys gave really great insight, and we really appreciate you guys hopping on. And that is it for Over Here. Back to Aaron.